Another fine evening here. The courtesy flush.
Yes.
Yes. I do so love it when the Philharmonic comes into our house.
Yes, it's very nice having them inside in the bunker. It's very, very nice atmosphere.
Well, I mean, the acoustics for a bunker are great.
No, what? I can't hear you over the music.
We invited the Philharmonic over, and they won't
nice.
leave.
We did promise them corn dogs.
And we didn't have any, so now they're playing music, whether we like it or not. Like we're not. So
playing music until
and you think it ends, but they just have really taped all the songs together. It just keeps going. They've blocked the exits.
We can't escape. Anyway, let's see if I could bring this up and not explode the stream up.
Yeah, our stream computer is kaput.
Yes, we're currently on the stream computer. Can you guys turn down, please? Thank you. Yeah, I've been sitting here for like the last 2 hours, basically, setting this computer up and then also just expelling all of this like really kind of depressive and very not nice like internal dialogue that Tex now had to listen to, and then Goat also had to listen to. And I have to say, if I did not have the friends that I have now, I would be a very, very different person. So I'm very grateful for them because they sat through and listened to Cleveland Mike bullshit for like the last 2 hours. And they have the patience of fucking saints. So
Saint Bernard.
We're going to just enjoy what we can of the MREs that we have in front of us, and hopefully the mystery box.
Get it? Because Saint Bernard's a drink.
It is.
I thought they delivered drink.
I think they drank. That's why they get them to deliver it.
Yeah.
They like it.
All right. Yeah, Diggs is there. Yeah. And so now I was just basically over here just talking about all the depressive shit that I've got going on in my life and just
Mike, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's Wednesday, my dude.
Yep.
We're gonna get through this.
And instead of saying stop being a bitch and kick my ass, they actually listened to me and then gave me sound advice. So
to celebrate that on this Wednesday, we have a ration that has come to us courtesy of the BPL from Eurobeat Bandit, a gentleman in Poland, if I am not mistaken. And this gentleman has sent us a Russian ration that we don't know anything about other than it is Russian and it is unopened. It even has the twine still intact. Unopened Russian ration.
It also has the seal.
The seal is still intact. So this is an unboxing.
That or somebody forged the seal.
The seal has been expertly forged.
Forged by somebody who...
A master criminal who has filled this with Russian Lunchables.
With a kindergarten level... It takes a kindergarten level education to do this.
I think it takes real prison labor to tie a knot that lovely.
Actually...
It's not even a knot.
I know.
It's...
You're not allowed to have things in prison.
No.
They take it from you.
Also, thank you for the courtesy. Just so you know, the alerts that normally play all the music and stuff ain't working on the laptop. I'm sorry. Motherboard was probably taken away by Ida. There's a hurricane that just tore through the United States, and I ordered my motherboard last week right as it was about to hit shore, and then after that, my Tuesday delivery for yesterday turned into next week.
Yeah.
Currently I'm kind of just waiting for that. So I went and set up my workstation laptop that we work with, BattleTech, and all the videos we work on. I've never set it up for stream, and it doesn't like it very much. So if something happens, I'm sorry. It just exploded.
If something happens, it happens. Now let's open this fucking MRE and eat our feelings.
Tex just wants to get out of the living room. That's all it is. He's been sitting here for 2 hours listening to me bullshit.
I am doing my best.
He is doing his best not to get up and choke slam me.
I don't want to
We
get
were just
on
talking
camera.
about how he is basically the Undertaker.
And
it's true.
He
is. He stands behind you and then threatens you
like, I'm
quietly.
going to do this bad thing.
Yeah, I'm good. He goes, you know how easy it is for me to slam your face into this cupboard? I'm like, Jesus, Tex, what the fuck?
I don't say that.
Yeah, you
I'm
do.
Usually like,
you're like,
please.
man, this tea is really hot. That'd be an awful shame if I had to just throw it all in your face.
You know what? If we're going to talk about weird, let me walk you down weird.
Let me also point the camera while you're doing that.
Yeah. So if we're going to talk about weird, let me throw this out there. So Mike let me know that he doesn't like it when people say Cleveland Mike or Cleveland this, Cleveland that. It's just a tired joke for him. So I said, Mike, people need to know more things about you. And that way they'll say, oh, it's Wholesome Story Mike, or it's Adventure Game Mike, or it's Crazy Mike, or something like that. Because Mike...
You just assaulted my fucking eardrums with some cursed shit.
Yeah,
dude.
Cursed Mike. Ooh, cursed Mike of the late night. You see what I mean? Mike is a wonderful hyphenate. You can come up with so many blank Mike, you know? It's great. Hurricane Mike. Boom. See? That would be your name if you're a boxer.
Hurricane Mike sounds like a good band.
So
our first show is opening up in Louisiana.
So here's what happens. No, listen.
Yeah.
Here we go. So Mike brings me a gift. He gets me a coffee cup that has an app.
Oh yeah, I do.
It's a coffee cup that has an app.
The fucking Shadowrun.
It has
mug.
an app. We have reached Shadowrun level 15 because there is now an app.
Tom just said you tried to kill him with hot tea. Sorry to cut you off, but did you do that?
What?
Did you try to kill Tom with hot tea?
Tom will not drink hot beverages.
So you threw it at him.
Huh?
You tried to kill Tom with hot tea?
No, I brought it to him, and he objected to it being above body temperature, and he made revolting sounds. I think he was gagging. It was like a salted snail.
Yeah. Mike of Madness. Hurricane Mike.
Mike's hard energy drink.
Mike's hard energy drink.
But yeah, I got him this mug.
So Mike gets me this Shadowrun mug that has an app, and it has a charging station, and it will keep your beverage at the designed temperature. And Mike says, so you can keep your coffee or tea warm. And I said, or I can boil some Dr. Pepper.
Yep.
Just...
I don't know what... See, he hasn't put the app in his phone yet.
Not yet. No,
He did a quick test.
I did a quick test just to see how well it held temperature just as an insulator.
Yeah.
And it's a really well insulated mug. I think it's got like a thermos vacuum kind of seal in it.
Yeah.
So I think that obviously helps with retaining heat. But I want to see how boiling we can make it. Like, is it Is it like fingerprint?
We want to go into the
removing?
app and just turn it all the way up to the highest setting and just leave it there. So no matter what he puts in that cup,
Tom, it didn't burn my hands when I brought it to you, so it wasn't that hot.
Yeah.
Your hands are like a mess of calluses and scar tissue.
Yeah, you wouldn't have felt it anyway. He also does drink boiling everything and goes, yeah, it's fine. And I'm sitting here like, I often wonder how you really got that voice damage.
Listen,
I know how you got it. It's a joke, but we do have this MRE, so we're gonna try to open this.
Well, I think you should pull the seal. I think that's what that's for, and I think you shouldn't use the knife at all. Let's be Russian soldiers here. There you go. You're in the field. You don't have a box cutter in the field.
I would have a knife in the field.
Okay.
You traded AK bayonet for...
yeah, I would use my AK bayonet.
Okay.
Do you want me to get an AK bayonet? Oh.
Yeah, I'm just going to cut the wire.
because you would be there trying to saw it forever.
Oh,
and then stab through the box.
Here's the inside.
Yeah,
because
they're way better as wire cutters than bayonet.
Inside after we get rid of that. But yeah, here's the inside of this box. That will
see
now...
it before me.
Yeah. We don't actually know. We didn't look it up. I only know the website that it came from. And because it's in Russian, I don't know what any of it is. So this one here, it's got a menu.
Is that menu in Russian?
This menu is actually in perfect English. It says a choi hei menho, which is also K sebhebli 3 witki. See, I read that. I read that out loud with my mind.
I know like how to swear in Russian, and that's better. But I can read. So
I also have an app on my phone if we need to.
Suchi paek menu.
Does it make it time for you to practice your translations?
Pashtet.
This one's got vitamin C.
Oh, pashtet's nice.
This is we got a vitamin C tea.
Pashtet is like a loaf of matter. It's quite enjoyable.
Vian.
Oh, this was off the top of that. Right here. Supposed to be that guy.
Oh, like apple something. Arachis.
Arrakis, land of sand.
No,
home of the spice
arachis.
melange.
No. And if there are any Russian
I did not fix
speakers
the
out
streaming
here,
PC.
apologies.
Tom must have soft baby
Piacere.
hands.
Iriski,
Yes.
muesli, kisel.
All right, let's do this.
Yeah, I'm
Sugar.
just pulling it out at this point. I have no idea what any of
Sugar.
that is. So I have
Chocolate.
2 teas.
Chocolate.
One
2.
is this flavor, which I'm assuming is raspberry and blueberry, according by the packaging, and this is probably just cranberry tea.
Yeah. Well, that sounds nice.
Just cranberries. This is some level of chocolate, which was created by somebody at some point in time.
At gunpoint.
At gunpoint, probably.
No,
It's got a happy little cow on
If
it.
it came from Russia, it was probably built in a prison, so they probably
Well,
were.
it's weird their whole defense industry makes everything, because it turns out if you don't pay people that much, you can make things for cheaper. And so that's how they build all their tanks.
This is a very nice MRE. I don't know. I don't think this is. If this was in the Army, I'd have to say that this is probably the best
Yeah,
Army
this looks
MRE.
more,
Because
it looks like a care package.
here,
It
I'll show
really
you
does.
text because you.
No, it looks like I've seen them before.
Yeah.
It's a box of plenty. If you were sitting in a foxhole and you have all of these things
Make
to
this
take out of
last for
box,
2 weeks, kind of thing. You're like, oh.
Yeah, no, man, you would feel like you got a love package from home.
Yeah.
You
See,
would have so many things to try and eat and sample.
This
It's
is
nice.
a watermelon wet nap. See, I think the Russians are really on my level because sometimes a wet nap is pretty tasty when you really need a nice kick in the day. We also have a looks like pear
Let me see
kind of
that.
candy.
Okay, Mike, one of those candies, one of the wrappers of those candies is translucent because it is exactly the green screen color.
Oh, really?
Amazing.
Yeah. It is translucent.
Oh, yeah.
Mike of the couch, what is your wisdom?
Yes, Mike of the couch. This one is probably
Mike of the Couch, that's a great name.
This one is actually airline flavor. If you ever wanted to taste an airline,
Oh, that smell of disinfectant and old leather and farts.
this one
That's a great smell.
ghost pepper flavor.
Love that
so there we
smell.
goes that. Oh yes, a tube of toothpaste or
No,
That
that's
is
condensed
not
milk.
gonna be toothpaste. That is gonna be mustard or condensed
It's
milk.
condensed milk.
this is
Maloko.
toothpaste. I will brush my teeth with the proof at that point.
Mike, you are going to end up with
Shit, that's a lot.
That is actually a lot.
Yeah. These are biscuits.
GMO free.
Yep. We also got a looks like a pate of some sort. This is probably
The Russians are big on pate. That's what them crackers is for.
I'm gonna assume this is probably the same pate we actually had last
What if-
time.
what
which
if-
was really nice.
mew.
What if that was filled with caulk?
This one is also a pate. This is
This
probably
looks like it
Yeah.
could be filled with caulk.
That's what I mean. Like it's emergency caulk.
this
No,
is
it's-
probably made with turkey.
No, every man in platoon has emergency caulk for fixing
it's
Yes.
fault.
turkey pate.
Turkey pate. And then we have a
Vumda.
Wunderbar. Oh, I get it. That's a joke from because that's not the same thing.
Yeah, that's German.
That's German. So we have a German candy
no.
bar.
I'm saying like the pun Wunderbar is
I know.
German language.
Being stupid. Anyway, we also have a pack of
Ren?
FEP or Feb.
No. It says Ren.
No, Mike wants his FEP. You give him that FEP right now.
Ren.
Listen, let him have some FEP.
I want my FEP.
Just no.
It's-
Go.
it's
You give
salted
him that
peanuts.
FEP right now.
It's peanuts.
He wants his FEP.
This is a package of airline peanuts,
Peanuts.
which has
Peanuts.
probably
Feb.
you could probably eat these, Tex.
I might.
Like the moist towel.
The moist
just-
salad I wouldn't. So here is a set of Russian blunts.
Yeah, let's
that-
just hope that none of these contain like Novichok.
Yeah, this is these are a bunch of Russian blunts. So if you need to get high in the field, you're ready to go.
Yeah, it's matched in a magnesium bar.
Dude,
Or
you
not
d-
a magnesium bar.
You're just you get high on whatever you want
Put
to
it
get
in your
high on.
survival kit.
I will get okay. This
I
one is
I already have some like these in my.
this feels like a powder.
Go bag.
It says words on it, but I'm assuming these words say sugar. If I'm gonna say,
Let me see.
probably sugar or salt, probably one of the two.
Well,
This is probably actually
Yeah, this
salt.
is sachar.
This is also salt. I can feel
what
it.
if it was full of wasabi powder?
You know, then I probably would throw the
Japanese
whole
MRE.
thing out because I don't like wasabi. I'd be like, that was it. That was the straw that broke the camel's back.
Everything has peas of wasabi in it.
Nice. Hey, we got one of those furniture movers that you put underneath your chair.
And then you light it and your chair goes away.
No, you do it that way. You slide the chair
No, Mike,
around.
it's not a furniture mover. It's a furniture
It even comes
remover.
with it comes with a little metal piece that looks
Come on,
like
that was good.
comes with
That
a
was
Visa
good.
mount or something.
I'm trying here.
Wait.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Here is another set of cheese. Actually, they just turned this dehydrated cheese. Basically, they turned cheese into
You know,
like
you
little
can actually
crackers.
do that. It's a keto treat, and it tastes like chalk.
Yeah,
We kind of got that, didn't we? With that,
I'm not gonna have those.
yeah. These are filled with lots of good food, nutritional.
Mike, can I have some FEP, please?
Yeah, you can have some fat. I'm just gonna throw it in the bag.
Yeah, thanks.
Peanuts.
Oh,
Do you think they,
Credits.
do you think they say that? Do you think they say that at Russian ball games? Fab.
You want the fat? And I'm like, yeah, no, thank you. I do that at the privacy of my own home.
I'm gonna have to ask Anton. We're probably fucking this up.
Fep. Look,
Yes.
hold it up so they can see. It's pep. This is what it says. Like, no, just show the camera.
Yeah, so people can see it. Yeah.
so we know we're not
Look,
just crazy.
It says Fepa. You
Yeah,
see?
Fepe.
Yeah.
Fepe.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's just a Russian word for very tasty peanuts.
Russian word for very tasty. What, Mike? Want to say that again?
Yeah, very tasty peanuts.
All right. I hope when you lay your head
I was
down on your
leaning into my
pillow
Ohio
tonight-
accent. I was leaning into my Ohio accent.
All right. I'm just saying, as you lay down on your pillow tonight.
My pillow, yeah. Okay, so we got 3 cans of something probably beef related. So I'm assuming this is probably some
it's,
sort of meat. This is probably also
Let me see.
meat.
Yeah, it's-
Kasha. That just means box or cashier.
I don't think that
I don't-
contains a box goat.
Yeah.
It's probably just a brand. Concentrated. Miasoras.
Hate?
Titel.
Communism?
Yeah, this is concentrated concentrated
Jesus.
communism in a can. I'm sure it
Shit.
all has real names.
As soon as you open up Soviet national
Oh.
anthem.
And they gave us like the
It's
same
soup.
tissues that I apparently have at work, which says a lot about my job.
When I worked at 911,
here, feel those. Those are not.
when I
They might have splinters in that.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me tell a quick story. When I worked at 911, we had tissues by every station because sometimes you just break down and have like hysterical crying because of the job. So these tissues were so fucking bad that we would jokingly, when people would say, "Oh, do you need more tissues?" we would always respond with, "Yeah, I need to round out this corner," because one of the guys used this box of tissues. They were so coarse over time to polish the edge of his desk.
Holy shit.
It was
work.
yeah,
Oh
it
my
was
God.
amazing. He rounded the edge off a desk over time with these really coarse tissues by the roll, and then just slowly polished it. It was amazing. They didn't have much compassion for us. These peanuts are great, though.
That's good.
Let me try some FEP.
Tex doesn't get a lot of treats, so.
Really good.
And-
Seen us in canned
you.
cattle heads and jelly.
all right. This is pretty much it. I got rid of I think I pulled out everything out of the package. But yeah, this whole spread here is it. I mean, we've got pretty much everything in here. I think we have enough time. We could just sample all of this.
They're really good.
I want to try some of these peanuts. See, I say it correct. That's the correct way to say it.
Yeah, they're actually really decent. They're not overly oily. They've
These
actually
nuts.
These are actually really good nuts.
been, yeah.
I've had a lot of nuts in my mouth, and these are probably the best.
Yeah, these nuts are not too salty.
No. They also don't taste like regret, which is always good. Russians are really good about that.
And I'm not related to them.
That's for one. Anyway, so what should we dive into first? I mean, we got this huge ass spread here.
You know what, Mike? I'm gonna say you should play. Okay, you should play Shell Game with the faces of the cans facing away from Goat, and then Goat chooses one. Play a Shell Game.
Okay, pick a can, Goat. Any can. He picked the center can. Oh no, this one's got the giant bull's face on it.
Now you gotta eat a bull's face. Oh, yeah.
So here's the thing. While we could just tell you exactly what's in here, and I'm sure with enough research, any of this is.
If anyone out there knows, don't tell us. We are exploring. This is something lost as an experience. Exploring. Give me some more pep.
It's all yours.
Thank you. I rarely get snacks on this.
Oh boy.
Oh, okay, Mike. Let's describe the smell.
You haven't smelled it yet?
I cannot. I can now.
Yeah. Holy shit! Right?
That's got an odor.
Yeah.
All right, let's breathe it in.
It's definitely fat. That's probably why the smell's so heavy.
Yeah, it's just canned meat, fatty canned meat.
Yeah, it's just the fat. But yeah, the can.
It's like jelly. It's like jiggly jelly.
Look at that. Yeah, it's a can of cow jelly, which is
Jellied cow.
I'm gonna need to get a fork. Speaking of, by the way, before I pour that out, because I didn't get a chance to share these,
There's some good fat.
they gave us some wooden fork, spoon, and knife. Feel that. They totally don't feel like popsicle sticks.
Oh my god.
They are totally made from the same material as a popsicle stick. Like, you could bend these and break these very easily. But this is the thing.
Comrade, the plastic expensive.
I think Russian
Plastic,
children
have you seen
at
a
a young
estrogen make you gay?
I think Russian
We give
children
wood.
at a very young age are taught how to handle silverware and stuff very gently. Is why they're taught how to do it properly. Right? Or am I wrong?
Sure.
Cow tongue's actually not bad.
Cow tongue is pretty good if it's roasted.
Yeah, I don't think I'd want it canned though.
Meh. I mean, it wouldn't be bad if it was processed to where it wasn't too tough, you know? Because the last thing you want is a lot of chewing.
Oh yeah.
I would say just put that in the microwave for about 3 hours. What is that? Oh my god, look how thick that fat is. Looks like sticks of butter.
Yeah, it does.
Wow.
I'm still remember the last MRE we did where it's just like mew 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 mew.
Yeah.
This is more like dog food.
I want chicken. I want liver. Meow makes Mike deliver.
I actually had to put effort with the spoon, and I felt the spoon bending as I was pulling this out of the can.
So what you're telling me is there would be no hope of making this work with those wooden spoons unless you shellacked them.
No. Yeah, if you try to get this out with that wooden spoon, you're fucked. You better get your AK bayonet out.
It looks like cat. Yeah, AK bayonet is a real utensil.
All right,
yeah.
I'm gonna go put this in the microwave real fast, and we'll try something else.
Okay, before you put that in the microwave, you might want to fluff that up with a fork and
hope it doesn't break.
What do you mean fluff it up with a fork? I can barely get a spoon
oh my god,
in there.
it is really wow.
I have to put effort to
that's
break it up.
So this is meat chunks that have
Chunks
been
of meat
somehow shotgunned into this can.
Yes.
Yeah, I imagine that's what the industrial process
This is a meal made for a king.
I think that instead of taking beef like patties and using that, I think what the Russians must be doing is they must have a machine like a coring machine. They just drive through cattle, and as these chunks come out, they go in those cans. Because that cross-section of meat is interesting, but I don't think it's natural to find in any butcher.
Okay, I put that in the microwave. Normally you'd cook these, but I'm not going to fire up one of those furniture movers.
I'm telling you right now, if this house starts to smell like mystery meat for longer than a day, I'm going to smoke a cigar in here.
Sorry, Nick.
You're like, why does it smell like cigars and dead cat?
Yeah, essentially.
Well, we got a box from Russia.
We will open up the other two mystery cans in a moment. Let's check these. These will be these are the biscuits that we'll probably end up eating them with, or these.
Oh my god, the smell!
I know the smell is getting stronger because it's cooking.
It smells like someone threw a big thing of Sara Lee bologna into a deep fryer. That is what it smells like.
It is very chunky. My golden retriever definitely eats something akin to that. Yes, fluff it.
Fluff it. Fluff meat.
Yeah.
Fluff the meat, Mike.
Yeah, hydraulic press channel meat. That's what it is. Meat. So here are the two pates. I remember we've had these before.
They're great.
They're actually really good. We actually Catch brought up a different MRE entirely that had these very same brands of pates. I remember, and they were actually solid. So
they were fantastic.
These will be our palate cleansers at the end.
Yeah, no, they were really nice. Like I think one's a liver pate, and one's like a pork pate, and they're both like really good.
Yeah,
because I'm not huge on pate.
No,
at all. Or overly processed meat at all, and I was like, wow, that would be really nice in the field.
Well, let's have some of this bumda bar.
Bumda bar.
Yep, this bumda bar.
Oh,
I heard our food finish. Yes, but
yes.
Let's have a bar of bumda.
Microwave.
Chef Mike microwave.
Oops, sorry. Yeah, that's actually I forget where I heard that from. That's like a code word for like Chef Mike is all called microwave or something in the kitchen.
Yeah. Chef Mike says it'll be 5 minutes. All right. It's not ants, so this is a plus.
Yeah.
Unless it's chocolate-covered ants.
Man, imagine being out in the field and having one of these fine dark chocolate bars right here.
Well, let's find out if that bar would actually hold up. Does that feel like something that would hold up in the heat?
Oh, probably not heat.
Yeah.
Most chocolate does not.
Because I know the
This is actually really good. This is a tea. This is something you eat with tea.
Okay.
Because it's got that kind of
it's wafery. From
wafery,
the looks of it. Yeah.
And dark chocolate covered. Yeah, this is solid. Goat, you should have a piece of that.
Goat's playing that background music.
It's actually really good. Probably the nicest thing we're gonna eat here in a second as I go get the next food.
This whole house smells
very pleasant.
This whole house smells right now of microwaved bologna.
Maybe we should have done the stovetop.
Oh, hey, it's not done.
Stovetop.
Yeah. It smells.
Oh, it smells so.
Fuck, I'm having to force myself to not eat more of that chocolate biscuit thing.
I mean, so far in the Russian rations, especially the Eastern European ones, I've found a lot of really savory but palatable, not overly salty food. And that was surprising, especially when you go through the U.S. military MREs, and they're just designed with such wanton hatred of the common man.
There we go. So, I'm going to put that there. Now, did my microphone go out? Oh, my headphones.
Maybe.
Just my headphones.
All right, so we have this very interesting bowl of soupy mush matter.
Look at that.
It is meat chunks.
You guys can't see that, but there's a ton of wonderful viscous fluid flowing through each piece of meat, which I think is going to add a nice savory, very juicy taste.
I bet if you boiled that in the can by some coals,
You're
by the fire,
you're probably supposed to cook it in the
I
can.
think that would be actually pretty good.
Yeah, this is probably one of those things where if you're out in the field and you put this on the little stove that comes with it, this little guy right here, and you put these little guys, these little white things underneath, and it cooks it. We're not going to cook these inside the house.
Well, not only that, like,
but this would
think
be very
about
pleasant.
like one of the other things you can really easily take with you when camping out is like rice. As long as you keep it dry, so you can easily throw rice into something like that and have a really big savory meal very quickly.
What kind of fluid is it? It is the fluid. All right. Let's get a couple of good chunks in here because there's like multicolored pieces of meat.
I'm going to say this out loud.
Okay.
It smells like dog food.
It does.
All right. Just I wanted to.
That was the first thing I thought of. Yeah, it's still mooing. Don't worry.
Yeah, no, I just that's the thing that kind of came out in my head.
Let's have a bite.
It's probably better than dog food. And I've eaten some sketchy shit before, so I'm not terrified of it.
Don't you know dog food is the most money efficient and calorie efficient source of protein there is?
Thank you, 4chan.
What do you think?
If I was on the field, yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't buy this for my house.
But you're saying palatable. And
it's palatable. It's got a nice, like, kind of salty flavor to it.
What about try it with one of the crackers?
Yeah.
Because I know it's kind of common military practice to put crackers in soupy stuff, you know, just for texture, as Steve MRE does. But yeah, let's go ahead and
so here's the cracker by itself. It's kind of this thing has no weight to it whatsoever, so it's probably going to expand or break apart like a.
Well, it's that crisp bread,
yeah.
You know.
No flavor.
That's what I thought.
I'm supposed to dip this in stuff.
Yeah.
So you have some of that meat. So I'm gonna get a chunk of that meat on here. So when I'm eating out in the field, I want something like that, right? Actually, no, the cracker has a nice aftertaste. I don't know what that is. It's like a buttery. It's like a butter kind of thing.
Butter. That's nice though. It's. Do
you want to like risk taking like a nibble off of that?
I could have a nibble, but that's it.
Yeah. Let me eat a piece of this.
Yeah. Well, tell me how it is as a composed bite.
This is the way you do it.
That's the way to do it.
This is the way to do it.
Okay.
The meat by itself is okay.
I thought it was, because I figure, why would you have these dry-ass crackers and then something that's really wet when you could... Oh, and then it was like, oh, well, boom. Easy.
That was a nice piece.
Well, why don't you get in on this? Let's have some consensus. And break me off a tiny piece. I will try.
I'll give you the thing, because we have so many.
Okay.
You can take a bite out of it. There you go. It's got a really nice buttery aftertaste. It takes.
Yeah, I smell it. It smells almost like stale popcorn.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the smell is. I see what you mean in the aftertaste. Yeah,
it's pretty pleasant.
It's not bad. No, it's not off-putting, and it's not overly artificial.
No, and Goat's giving us a lot of weird faces. What's wrong?
It's okay. It's just really too heavy for me.
Oh, it's too heavy for him. Yeah. But yeah, that's a solid. That's a solid B. So it's a solid B. These crackers, though, I could probably get more of these. They taste like they go well with anything.
Well, look at the brand on them. I mean, you can always go get them.
I know.
You know.
That's from these guys. I can't read Cyrillic, so you'll just have to guess. I'm assuming that's a normal brand of whatever. They probably have better ones over there. Smart. I'm furious that Russians have better hardtack crackers than the U.S. Okay, well, listen, Ben. Everybody has a better MRE than the U.S., with the exception of, like, North Korea and, like...
No, I'm sad to say this, but I think either North Korea would have South Korea's rations.
Yeah, probably.
Or they would have whatever humanitarian aid they've stashed away.
Yep.
So,
my cough?
No?
Oh.
I hear you just fine.
Yeah, this is really good. I could eat this. I could eat this steak or whatever. It's probably like a beef heart or tongue or something. I don't know what it is.
No, I think, in all honesty, that's just really tough beef flank or rump meat that they've just chopped up or whatever. Stuff that's left over from trimming, you know. There could be even beef tail in there.
Yeah. In Capsule America, you pack MRE. In Soviet Russia, MRE pack U.
And I'm sure they probably have bone marrow and stuff like that in there as well.
Yeah.
Which, if you cook it all together in a broth, makes a really hearty broth, which...
Sounds like you and I have very similar people who cooked for us when we were younger.
Oh, yeah. My granddad.
It was my grandmother. All right, so this one's also a... this is a strawberry. So these would have been poor to actually put into the soup because it's literally a strawberry cracker.
Oh, that would, that would be elevating, wouldn't it? You're like, yeah, let's do some fusion.
It looks kind of like lemdus bread a bit. It's got a little strawberry on it, just so that way, if you can't read, you can at least know, hey, it's strawberry.
I like that. I like when there's a little drawing.
Okay, fuck you. These are amazing.
Can I have a tiny corner of one?
Yeah.
Because okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Here, I'll just break it off.
They're soft.
What?
They're soft.
Oh my God, these things are soft.
They're like clouds. You bite into it.
Go take more than half, please. Thank you. There. They are soft. These things
They
are
smell pleasant.
They melt in your mouth.
It's so good.
What is this shit? Why do we not possess this technology?
This is amazing.
It's kind of artificial.
Oh, God, fuck you. This is amazing.
Yeah, but Goat, you're in a fucking trench. You've been walking around with landmine bits in your foot, and you've watched
He's
like three
he'd be
different...
the only person who would complain that his food didn't have the nutritional value according to something.
Yeah, I mean, okay, the finish is a bit artificial, but if you had this with like a sweet tea...
No, I mean, even the fucking, like, the beef stew, which I was, like, giving shit, but it's like... That's because, like, after like doing some light lifting and sitting on my ass all day, if I was like in the field, yeah, hell yeah, I'd want that.
Oh,
shit.
dude.
Yes,
especially for long term stuff where it's actually fucking up your fat reserves.
And there's also really, really nice.
There's
a lot of
this
nice.
is just too fucking good.
Well, there's a lot of nice contrast in this fucking meal. Like there's something that's crunchy, there's something that's savory, and there's stuff that's sweet.
That was just. Next
what a
level.
nice fucking ration.
Oh my God. Yeah, I'm assuming people would probably fight over these, or they're probably just so normal over there. We just have shitty food here in America. But it's also
MRE brought to you by McDonald's.
Yeah, it would be. It's like people always go to Chipotle because they're like, I feel it's like, no, do you know it's owned by McDonald's?
Carl's Jr. presents Chipotle.
Yeah, I do like Chipotle though. I'm not shitting on Chipotle. I'm just letting you know that it's the McDonald's of Mexican food, so be aware. Actually, no, Taco Bell has that one cornered. But they don't pretend to be Mexican food.
No, Taco Bell
They're not lying to you.
No.
They know exactly what
They're
they're
like,
doing.
hey, you're up at 2 a.m. because you're sleeping off a hangover.
We put some like brown sugared meat in between a piece of tortilla.
There's a great video on YouTube somebody put up
Oh.
that I think Taco Bell had struck to take down because it was fucking hilarious. It was like the secret to Taco Bell beans, and it was a guy just pouring a big sack of dried bean stuff into a vat of water.
Yep.
It was so sad.
And Taco Bell was like, he discovered our proprietary process.
Oh, man.
Boston Market chicken is owned by McDonald's. Oh, wow.
Boston Market used to be okay, and then they started making like...
No, here's what happened with Boston Market. Everybody started going there for Thanksgiving and Christmas because they were too busy to put together a meal for their family, or just too fucking lazy.
Boston Market, Plan B. Yeah, I know.
And then they just basically had to go, well, where are we going to get all this fine meat? We can't get it from our normal stocks. So I guess now we got to go to McDonald's, be like, hey, where are you getting your chicken from? Because we need some of that.
I know, but the thing that's really funny, at least to me, is... I remember Boston Market being like, oh, yeah, we got the turkey at Boston Market, and people would be excited about it.
Yeah.
But nowadays it's like, oh, we got the turkey at Safeway as the same kind of, equivalency.
Exactly.
It's not special anymore.
Okay, I keep asking for a Brazilian MRE. We don't have one. If you want me to do it on stream,
Find one.
Find one and send it.
If you can.
If you can.
All right.
You might even have to come to Brazil to get one.
This is a... This is definitely a type of cocoa or chocolate that I've never had before because the smell is completely alien to me. Here you go. And you don't have to eat a piece, but I want you to at least smell it if you don't.
Just because they put condensed milk in it. So it's like a chewy boy.
Yeah.
Right? That's condensed milk?
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah, that does smell it. I think it's because...
It's like kind of like... It's more like a caramel, Mike.
It's a good little pick-me-up. That and you could put it in your tea.
That's what this feels like. Tastes like something you'd put in like hot chocolate.
Yeah.
How about we make some tea?
Well, I have the thing to boil. Actually, I'm going to go press that button here in a sec. Because I got to take another can over there to get microwaved in our fine little
You
microwave.
just wanted the hoi.
Mm-hmm.
We get my mom on stream, cook like a Brazilian lunch.
That is really quite pleasant. Yeah, we'll have this open.
Wow.
Very soft,
This
very
is how
delicate.
You get ants.
Yeah, this is exactly how we get ants.
We're gonna eat that before the fucking ants can like teleport through the.
Then we'll eat the ants.
That is an ant, isn't it? They just fucking teleport through the fucking wall. Teleports behind your sandwich. Yeah.
You want to hear something funny?
What's that?
Okay, when I was in therapy, they asked me when was the first time I felt like I wasn't being heard in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And I told my therapist this story. She died fucking laughing and apologized at laughing.
Okay.
When I was a kid, I told my mom that when I slept, I felt like things were crawling all over me. And she said, oh, that's just nerves, or that's just this, or that's just that, or maybe you're allergic. Yeah. And so I kept saying it. I feel like things crawling over me. She's like, oh, you're just, you don't like your new sheets or whatever. And she just kept blowing it off. Well, one morning I decided I was going to sleep without sheets, and I kept putting off going to bed till like 1 a.m. to see if anything was fucking with me. And so I slept without sheets on, and as a kid just tried to stay up to like safeguard whatever was fucking with me. And the next morning I woke up and I was covered in ants, and what they were doing was crawling out of the wall socket and all through my room looking for something, and then they would leave. And so they were like, the ants were gaslighting me.
Oh my God.
And I was like,
that's some Call of Cthulhu shit.
Yeah. So I was like, does anyone else see these ants? And my dad's like, yeah, those are ants. And I was like, see, I'm not crazy. Sometimes the ants are real. I just want to say that.
They are. Let's see here. Zebulon. Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate the courtesy. Yeah, if I'm not seeing the alert, that's because the sound is not set up. Sorry. The stream computer is going to be doing nothing for a while. So the next can I'm going to open up is this thing. It says Kava on it, right? Kasha.
The little W thing is a sh.
Oh, it's a sh. Okay, so that's a Kasha. I don't know.
We have a Russian speaker here, and I don't want to I'll fucking Google Translate it.
I know Google Translate's fine as long as you don't use it as like a way to send an email. Like it's like I need to it's a good way to interpret.
That's how I send every email. I run it through Google Translate like 8-9 times.
Ants are bastards.
I think it's buckwheat.
That's that buckwheat.
We were supposed to mix that. Yeah, we're supposed to mix it with the fucking beef.
Oh, easy.
I've got my Russian on the horn, and he's saying, "Yeah, this is all food you'd find in a Russian grocery store. Makes you feel right at home. It makes the beef with the buckwheat." Yeah, it's buckwheat.
No, there's beef in there already.
That's that beef, buckwheat, barley shit.
It has it already in it. It's mixed.
Oh, it's like corned beef. I love that shit.
Yeah, it's already mixed.
That's the shit you can eat cold. That's
you don't mix this
stuff.
with this other can, otherwise you're gonna get fat like immediately because this is too much food for one person.
Not for goat.
Like we could probably eat if I was really hungry.
They call me goat because I can eat.
Because I still have another can. This is
goat. You were the person I would take to someone's house if I wanted to eat them out of house and home. I'd be like, goat, I will distract them, destroy that fridge, and then you would like shaggy a sandwich.
Yeah,
they'd be like, that's a whole pizza for like bread, and you're like, I don't understand you, and walk out. That's very rude.
I've gotten a lot better about controlling it. I still got to work on it, but it's like I can flip that switch.
No, it's impressive. It's impressive. Like when I see somebody like that dude who can eat like 50 hot dogs, do you think he wakes up in the morning and goes, boy, you know what would hit the spot? 50 hot dogs? No one does that. No one wakes up in the morning and says, boy, you know what would fill the void in my life? 50 hot dogs. No, it's about saying I have something to prove, and I will do it in the most disgusting manner possible.
Dude, like when I was going through like my major growth spurt in puberty, so like when I was like 14, 15, 16.
Yeah.
So you have.
I would eat so fucking. That's when I learned to cook.
So here's the thing.
Like we'd have like a full fucking like traditional Brazilian lunch. And I'd go and I'd make more fucking spaghetti and meatballs and shit for myself.
Oh my God. Wow, that is a fuckload of food.
That's what I was just saying. So yes, you can mix some of it in there, but you still have like 500 pounds more of food. So you have to be very careful about this because it's like if this was for one person, right, which I don't think it is, but if this was for one person, they would never be able to fucking get this food all down in one go.
Well, yeah, because it's 24 hours.
Like you'd get yourself sick doing it.
Each of these cans is like breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Someone just suggested a hot dog challenge. By the way, Mike, that's a 24-hour ration. Anton is insisting that that you're supposed to mix that with the beef.
Okay, I believe him, but not with this setup. You don't.
Yeah,
and we have more kasha.
So hold on. Let me
really.
Yeah.
Let me pause it. Well, God, we got to put some of this in Tupperware.
I'm telling you, it's a 24-hour ration. We're eating this in one sitting.
No, we're gonna eat this whole fucking thing right here.
Okay, I mean, I can shaggy this MRE.
Yeah, this would be a bad idea. There's like 5,000 calories in here.
I'll fucking do it.
Anyway, let me go put this in the
I'll
warmer
just like
upper.
not eat tomorrow.
I'm gonna put this in the warmer upper.
All right, the warmer upper, the box.
Chef Mike.
So, Chef Mike. So here's the thing. Like, let's say there's a hot dog eating contest. Hot dog eating contest started, I think, or at least was popularized by Nathan's Hot Dogs, right? It's to popularize a brand. So if there was a BPL eating contest, what would it be? And what would the rules be?
I'm trying to think, because I don't think we have any like super major like people with eating restrictions other than like some keto guys.
Yeah, but I think that I think a BPL contest would probably. I mean,
how many gummy bear? How fast can you eat these gummy bears?
Are you talking about like
the sugar-free gummy bears?
So the sugar-free. Okay, so you're talking about a running fuse at that point, but sugar-free. So
you got to do that, and then you have to do a 200-meter sprint.
Oh my God!
No. 200-meter sprint, and then you have to do crunches.
Ugh, that would.
I'm trying to get people to shit themselves.
I get you there, but what I'm saying is like gummy bears would be hard because you have to chew the fucking things. It's a lot of production. It's a lot of production on a gummy bear. I think you would run out of steam very quickly. I mean, we used to do that.
I can eat like 5 pound of gummy bear in one sitting, but I'm like,
yeah, but you have to impose a time limit.
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't think you could eat 5 pounds of sugar-free gummy bears in one sitting.
No, maybe not the sugar-free.
No, if you got,
I could, but they'd be coming out as fast as they're coming in.
No, I think you would get like a pound in, and then the check engine light in your brain would come on, and you would be in big trouble.
Okay, no, the real answer is, and someone from chat, CLXL posted it, Fiesta Pale Challenge.
I've done that.
No, it's like how fast can you eat through a Fiesta Pale?
You can't,
because you gotta cook through it. Yeah, that's part of it too.
Like how long would it take you to make one of those things?
To eat everything in a Fiesta Pale and individual meals is probably like 4 or 5 meals for 3 or 4 people, maybe at most, and that's being sparing.
Well, it's like as much as you can.
Well, if you want to do everything as much as you can, you do what I do, which is combine most of the ingredients into like a big, thick, hearty soup, because that's what I'd be doing in the field, because you're not going to have 8, 9 pots and pans and oil and everything else.
But what if that's part of the scoring too, or trying to be unique? It's not just put food and gut, it's also like presentation. It's also like fucking...
I see.
We have the Gordon Ramsay component,
what you're
and
saying,
then we have the be a fat fuck component.
Hold on. I see what you're saying. So what you're saying is the BPL challenge is you have to buy one of those terrible, and I'm not endorsing these.
No, we're absolutely not endorsing
one of these absolutely
just
terrible, survival boxes, right? So
that isn't useful for survival.
So here's the thing. Here's the idea for the challenge. We could do this. Everyone has to buy the same one, and everyone has to make one amazing meal out of it using the ingredients in it and one other ingredient out of it, because there's no meat in those fucking things. So if you said, oh, and I will buy a steak, but that other ingredient can only cost $10. So if you're like, oh, I need eggs to actually make real bread, not this crap. Well, guess what? You have $10. So it's $10 plus whatever is in the bucket.
Powdered eggs.
Yeah, that's what I mean. $10 plus whatever is in the bucket. So you have to buy one of those and present it. Yeah. Now, the smartest way to do this would be to get the Italian one, because there is dough in it and you can make a pizza. And that would be my post-apocalyptic treat to the world, scorpion pizza or whatever,
Scorpion pizza.
Yeah,
also, Anton says the crackers are for the pate.
Yeah, well, we disagree, and we're Americans.
I also know that because that's how you eat pate. But thank you very much. That's
Anton's a good dude.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's not. It's just we're Americans. And
we do what we want.
Well, we're Americans, and so whenever we see food, we go, oh, look, food. I pick it up with my hands like an American.
No, it's just like
I stick it in my mouth like this.
No, it's like when I was showing my mom Steve MRE when he did the Brazilian
fucking
MRE.
Hot.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah. But when I showed my mom Steve MRE eating the Brazilian MRE, and he just took the fucking like grain that you're supposed to put in the stroganoff, and he just mixed it with hot water and ate it like grits.
I had an idea.
What?
I had an idea. What if we made a cooking show? Like a BPL. Yes. What if we did a BPL cooking thing?
Hello, and welcome to the BPL cooking show.
Here's the fucked up idea. Everyone's on a team, right? And you partner people at random so they have no prep, okay? So you pick people out of names and a hat, and you put people on teams of 2. And then the people behind the camera, that means us, we choose all the cursed items they have to use. And I don't mean like Iron Chef, where it's...
beer.
Yeah, it's like, here's octopus. You have to make dishes with this in it.
That's actually not that. I guess it would depend on the chefs they invite, but that's actually not that hard.
No, exactly. So what I'm saying is, what if we did it, but we chose all the fucked up ingredients? So they're like, we're like, deviled ham.
Yes.
You must make 4 main courses and a dessert. Go.
Yes.
He did call us all filthy capitalist swine, though.
That's actually really good. Everybody wants to do it as well. It sounds nice. I am down with a cooking show.
A BPL cooking show would probably be pretty cursed, because if we...
The BPL is your number one place where you can still find fucking late night public access television. Because that's what we basically make here.
Well, yeah, but I take pride in that.
Me too.
Like,
Me too.
If
it's the world I came from.
If I ever won the lottery, if someone came up to me and offered me more money than God to quit my day job and become a guy who just made weird content in as many blocks as possible, I would recruit the people I like collaborating with, and I would just create absolute nonsense 24/7, including late night stuff like this. But I would have a cooking show, and I would love to put Stagger as a cooking host. Stagger doesn't cook that much, which would be great. And as you've seen, he in the latest ButtBot video, he exercises sometimes in
a lack of restraint,
poor caution on unknown things. And I would love to just like put up a recipe on the board and watch Stagger try to cook it, but put a timer on it and a reward. So if he does it under the timer, he gets a cash reward. But if he does it over the timer, he gets no reward and has to eat what he cooked. So what you do...
Oh, God.
Yeah, so what you do is you have a show with, like, really savage balance like that.
I am taking Anton's suggestion, because Anton is actually very knowledgeable of these things.
And with a name like Anton, it sounds like he may be from the region, perhaps.
He may be from the region. I'm not going to say if that's true or not. That is a
very English name.
Very English name. Anton.
Anton.
Yes.
So here's the question I have. Mike, if you had to pitch a game show that would be fucked up funny and be certain to be canceled after one majestic season, what would the game show be?
Guess that smell.
Guess that smell.
That's fucking horrible.
Yep. Guess that smell.
So, okay, who's the host?
You get
Tom Bergeron.
No, Tom Bombadil.
No.
Tom. Hey, it's Guess That Smell.
I would get no, actually I'm going to surprise both of you. I'm going to get Aloe to do it.
Aloysius?
Yes, with a full Boston accent.
Oh,
hey, guess that fucking smell. All right, hey, what's going on? It's me, Aloe.
He just comes up and...
Yeah.
So what would you have, just a box of smells?
He's like, you open up the thing, it's like, I don't smell anything. Wrong. It was odorless paint thinner.
Oh, my God.
You're like, now you have cancer. Anyway...
God, my whole face stinks. Wrong. The answer was hydrazine.
That's perfect.
Oh man, but no, I think that would be a really, really fucked up but interesting show. What would your show be? It has to be majestic and weird and strange.
It'd be like American Idol.
Okay.
And it's like we only get one season, so we get to blow it. But
right.
basically,
yeah,
we're gonna get like actual like established pop musician types.
Yeah,
and put them up against just like random buskers and like dudes from open mics.
Okay.
And then we just gaslight the shit out of the fucking pop star guys.
What?
Yeah, they just ruthlessly promote the like random independent dudes. Even if they're not that great, they're probably pretty good. Or just do shit where it's like if they're basing their music on like auto tune and like production value, crazy shit. It's like, all right, you got this piece of shit $50 guitar, and you got a microphone. Go.
All right.
No, and I actually kind of like that. Like nobody knows what they're scoring on at the end, so
no.
You have the buskers do their music and it's beautiful, and then you have the pop star try their best to
they're okay.
Yeah, and most pop stars are actually decent musicians. Most of them. I don't know if they still play music, but most of them are really decent musicians. It's kind of how you get in the fucking field. But you go in there and you have them be judged on things that the buskers would assume, or where the buskers never even fall close to it. So it's like, yes, we rate your music by autotune of 500. Congratulations, Kanye. Next up, we're also going to take a look at your presentation. Oh, those poverty shoes aren't working. Congratulations, Kanye. You make the pop star feel really bad for destroying.
That's bad. I see what you're saying.
You just make them feel so bad for destroying this little guy.
Oh.
And it's just like, all right, now the time to look at your bank accounts. I don't even have to. Kanye, you win.
Okay, so I had an idea of a show that would be horrifying, but really funny.
Before you say it.
Sure.
So me and Goat have had both of this kasha.
I can't have it.
And I've actually mixed it in here. So mixing it definitely adds more to the soup. It doesn't feel nearly as like dog foody. It actually tastes like a family meal. So Anton was absolutely right, and like a barbarian, we were just eating the like, imagine the broth to soup before you add your other stuff in it. We're just sitting there like, oh, there you go, I'm good. And you're like, I was gonna cook vegetables in that, thank you.
Yeah. So
like someone's gonna make stir fry and you set everything up and you go to the bathroom, and then somebody just like takes all the ground meat and just cooks it on the stovetop. And then eats it and leaves it like, yeah, thanks for the dinner, bro.
You're like, that was just not for you. Okay.
I love how most of our scenarios involve very rude home intruders who destroy things and leave.
Hey, man, my ultimate.
It makes you wonder what our past lives were.
You know me.
Past.
Oh. So here's.
I like to get sopping wet, break into my neighbor's house, and steal all their shit.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite Shaw quotes. Anyway.
So I had an idea for a show.
Okay.
And
I'm going to go get the tea, sir. Go ahead.
Okay. So my idea for the show is kind of fucked up, but I think it's great. You would have a airline crew that would take a group of people across the Atlantic, right? And the airline crew would take the people across the Atlantic, give them standard service, and then they land. And then when the people come back from their vacation, you have a bunch of actors pretend to take them on the flight. They're just actors acting. Like, none of them are actual people. Like, the plane's flying on autopilot. You have people pretending to be everything else. And at the end, you tell them, okay, on one of your flights, it was not actually flown by a pilot. On one of your flights, it was actors pretending. Now, which of the flights was it? And then when people are baffled and horrified, you walk away. And you just keep doing that with things to let people know that they don't have much control in their lives and it's all an illusion. If I had to have a show that would be canceled after one season, that is.
Yeah, do it to fucking like rich fucks.
That's what I mean. Just mess with people. Just to be like, hey, you only go around once. This is pretty fun.
Or like that suggestion we said on the podcast last night.
Which one? We got so many stupid ideas.
Thanks, Sarvac. Anyway, no, what was it we got? It was the one where the future. I talked about how I like to do future travel or pretend to be like a traveler from the future when I go into grocery stores, but I have a hard time finding people to just like play along with it.
Yeah.
Because everyone's just like, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm like, oh, you broke it. But I like to go into grocery stores. What does it say? They keep going back for more, so it must be good. And then again, I saw them demolish a Fiesta Pail, so maybe it's just high tolerance for bad food.
That was all catch.
That was all catch. I wasn't here.
I
just edited the video. I wasn't here.
If I can shaggy food, Catch can Scooby-Doo it.
Catch is a man who is unbothered by anything.
You know, Catch would probably laugh like Scooby-Doo. He probably does the laugh like that. He goes like,
yeah, no. Catch is one of those people.
You're laughing because you know he can.
Catch is one of those people that is a wonderful human being who is really, really fun. I'm glad he's my friend. Mm-hmm. And he has this ability to where you could say the worst thing in the world. You could say the worst fucking thing in the world to Catch. Like, my mom died, my cat died, my house got blown up by Al-Qaeda. All of these things could happen to you at once. And you could tell Catch, and he'd be like, boy, that sucks. Let's go fishing. Like, he just has this ability to say aw shucks at life, and I appreciate that.
It's funny because most of the time he's like he has a pretty deep voice like Tex, and so he talks normally like that, but then he'll just bust out the
little guy voice, and
he'll just
go oh boy while shooting people in Tarkov.
So he has a pretty deep voice, but he for some reason can go higher than Tex.
Yeah, he has functioning voice range.
Oh, that's right.
But no, the thing.
I'd love to hear you do like a falsetto.
Oh, it's hard. Like
Warhammer.
No,
I wasn't saying it for real. No, don't do it.
All right, I tried.
No, don't do that. That'd be bad.
I might be able to. 1 second. Let me think.
Oh no. God, don't do
Catch made a fucking wizard staff of tall boys you drink.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Hey,
it's pretty good.
See, I did it. But no, that was the thing is like that's why I had to get
very
Nick,
good.
That's why Nick had to do. That's why Nick had to do Mackie the Comstar clown. I tried to do it and I couldn't. It was killing my throat.
Nick was fucking killing it on that clown. He's so good at that.
Mackie the Comstar clown was the most hated bit we ever did. So many people were upset, and all the people I talked with about it who are triggered by that clown, all of them have problems with clowns.
Oh,
so they said it was like a beloved friend crawled through the screen and punched their teeth out. They were horrified.
They didn't like clowns. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, we didn't know. We were just trying to think of how would this heartless megacorp that controls all information relay things to customers, and we were like, probably in a terribly impersonal way. And I said, well, clowns fit the bill right there.
All right, so I just made vitamin C tea.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, and so we're gonna have a bit of that while I mix it up. And unlike normal tea, this is the Lipton style where it's all powder.
I saw a hilarious fucking video where some lady was on Facebook or whatever, and she was showing people how she made her famous American tea.
Well, isn't that
there was all that powder, and like someone made a video and repost of it, and it was from the British Army, and they were like showing how to make proper tea even in a tank. Like, no, you make proper tea, please. Like
what? And hers was like with a sandbag of sugar too.
Yeah, of course it was.
Sandbag of sugar.
You already know what this lady looks like. She looks like her hair was sculpted out of like whatever Lindy Who from Dr. Seuss. You know,
sandbag of sugar. That's just getting me for some reason. I'm just imagining them.
You've never seen?
Oh no, the levee. We need to build the sandbags. Well, there's a problem. What? There's nothing but ants over there now. Who bought the sandbags of sugar?
You've never seen those at like Sam's Club or whatever?
I've seen fucking sandbags of rice, but never sugar. Yeah.
Catch, I didn't talk shit. I didn't talk shit at all.
Heard you talking shit like I wouldn't hear it.
I complimented.
He did.
I did. I spent time complimenting Catch.
I've cross-pollinated these drinks, so.
Nice.
Don't cross the streams.
Catch, where's my fucking graphics card?
Oof.
Still hot?
Oof. No, I'm talking about the paint on my hands. Just picked it up the wrong way because apparently I don't know how to hold a mug, so I'm going to take a little sip of this.
You filled it up too much.
I had to. There's a lot of powder in it. It's an interesting flavor.
It's like hot Kool-Aid.
It is like hot Kool-Aid, isn't it?
But in a good way.
I wonder.
Imagine
if you were supposed to cook these.
This is supposed to be compote, isn't it?
Yeah. No, look at the instructions. Maybe no, because it has a tea kettle on the back.
Okay, let me.
Unless it's like an ice kettle. I don't know.
An ice kettle?
No.
Mike.
It's hot water.
What do you mean, Mike?
Mike.
An ice kettle?
There is no. Okay, listen.
They have ice kettles in Russia. You're just mad. Oh, hey, look, the biscuits that were just okay apparently are fucking gone, goat. Thought they were just okay.
Give me the wrapper. I'll eat that too.
I'm gonna have a bit of this. I remember that one goat that just went go fuck.
Goats are interesting creatures.
This one tastes like hot Kool-Aid. The other one I don't think so.
Could you imagine? Okay, imagine
Try
you
this
go
guy.
over to somebody's house for some D&D.
It tastes more like something else.
Ow, it fucking hurts.
Imagine you go over to somebody's house for D&D, and they're like, "Would you guys like some Kool-Aid?" And you're like, "I guess." And they bring out like steaming hot mugs of it, and you're like,
It's no, because the reason I say that is because I'm pretty sure this is meant to emulate compote, which is basically like a hot
I've made
fruit
it.
tea. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is a hot fruit tea, but it also tastes like hot Kool-Aid. So,
hot Kool-Aid.
so yeah, we just basically drink hot boiling Kool-Aid.
Dude, it's probably the fucking varnish from the Izhevsk plant.
I don't think. I don't think that's what it is.
Cosmoline flavor.
It serves two purposes because it's made from beetle shells.
He comes to America. He's like, not enough of this cosmoline.
Yeah, as I'm fond of reminding people who work on guns, Russian guns, they're like, the finish isn't that great. And I'm like, the gun's not that color, that's cosmoline. And they go, no, the finish is cracking. And I go, that's cosmoline. And they never believe me until they take acetone to it. It's cosmoline.
They find out real fast. All right, so this is another kasha, but this one's actually got different bits inside of it.
Ah, different bits.
It's probably the breakfast casa.
As you can see, as my fork is sticking out of it like the sword in the stone.
So do you think that's like a Russian Dairy Queen? You drive through and
I actually got a
can and they flip it for you.
I got a Russian blizzard right here. Now I can't get my fork out of it.
Buckwheat and ham face blizzard, please.
I'm literally shaking it. Nothing's
with
coming
watermelon
out.
flavored napkin.
It's a brick of meat and like buckwheat.
My kind of meal.
That is amazing. That, these cans, Mike, just eat out of the can, please. Show how hobo fabulous you. Oh my God, that is really in there. It was like concrete.
Yeah.
It looked like in a superhero movie where someone pulls up a lamp
look, it's
post.
the comet from Armageddon. Like,
just put it in your mouth.
All right.
See, I will say this about the utensils. The good thing about them, they force you to eat carefully instead of just the whole thing.
Yeah,
down.
sure. It's not just about money.
No, it's definitely about money. But
It's because they probably take the leftover laminate from making doors, and we're like, we could probably make 8,000 spoons out of this. And they're like, is it safe? And they're like, who cares?
Yeah, I think this also has to be cooked, but
What is it?
It's only
What?
kasha.
Yeah, but what is the flavor?
Tastes like something not cooked. Like bird.
Bird. Tastes like something not cooked. Something like bird. This is why I need a team of animators, because I have so many ideas of I would love to have comics and cartoons in the Battletech universe that have nothing to do with the front lines, just like people eating weird rations that they find on planets.
On Texas bucket list,
It's buckwheat.
At some point on there, it just says D-list Walt Disney.
Yeah, I want to be D-list Walt Disney. I want
to go to your theme park. I want to be the guy who makes the rides.
Okay, first of all, you can make half. Second of all,
I'm not getting on any rides at Tex because I know they're all going to be like the G-Force execution
bullshit.
machines.
That's wrong. They're all
going to be the euthanasia coasters.
They're not euthanasia coasters. That one only shook the. What was it? Okay, chat. Hold on, chat. What's lethal sustained G? Psyduck, you're a doctor. What's lethal sustained G's? Lethal sustained G's.
I think it's anything lower than whatever the fuck your rides are on Parkitect.
How? No, I'm curious.
Unless you're talking about the ride, then nobody. The only thing that kills you in that point is the fourth dimension.
Ride. Yeah, the ride.
You tried the hot Kool-Aid, right, Mike?
I did. I tried both. So yeah, Goat was right. His side was hot Kool-Aid. Mine was kind of like hot citrus.
Yeah.
So yeah.
The reason it tastes like bird though, Mike, is because it's buckwheat. The other one was barley.
Yeah, I was gonna say it has like a vaguely this tastes like it came from a bird.
Okay, so Psyduck says
I'm gonna go put my sparrow stew in the kitchen. 1 sec.
Fuck you.
Okay, so it said it's. Let's see. Hate animating. Oh, synesthetical animate if you pay her enough. Nice. So he says 9 G's depending. Okay, so here's the thing. here's the thing. I think one of mine was 32 Gs, I think, sustained. So the thing was is it kind of shook it back and forth like a rag doll. And yeah, I mean, good shit. Good roller coaster. But yeah, I could run a theme park.
All right, D-list Walt Disney.
Free water, charge access to bathrooms.
Yeah. So what I want to do is, if I could be the D-list Walt Disney, if I could be this weird guy who just funds cursed up animations, like they're beautiful animations and they have orchestral scoring and musicals, but they're just fucked up. Like, instead of Snow White, we're like, hey, let's tell the story of like the Siege of Verdun in a Disney musical.
You give little Timmy fucking shell shock.
It's not for kids.
Okay.
It's for me and my friends. It just happens other people want to finance it. I don't know how that works.
You can't see what I'm like putting the microphone up to my mouth and then I'm just like not saying anything, putting it back down.
Listen, I have some really good ideas. I can come up with good ideas all day.
It's like fucking Pegleg Dave was right. If you were born like 40 years before you did, or like 100 years before you did, you would have been one of those dudes like calculating all the ways to blast humanity back to the last fucking nanoatom.
Listen, that's profiling, and Randcorp's cool. So what I want to do...
I am going to ask you a question.
Go ahead.
And that question is, at Disney World, I'm prefacing this, at Disney World, they have this Dumbo ride.
Yeah.
Instead of Dumbo, what would your D-list Disney park replace it with?
Okay, so
instead of Dumbo, what are they kids getting into and then it's flying?
Well, first of all, it's not for kids. It's for adults.
Even better, your park just went up like 5 points right
Welcome to the Coom ride.
No, I'd be like, no fucking kids. This is for adults who just want to like do weird shit in public.
Yeah, unlike Disney where they have Pleasure Island and it's just a bunch of bars and people playing.
There would be two lines.
Margaritaville on the loop.
No, none of that shit. None of that sad old people shit. What I would do is I would say like, okay, for example, the Dumbo rides. The Dumbo ride goes up on an articulating arm and it goes around in circles.
Yes, and it's a character.
Fucking boring. So what we're going to do is we're going to spice up Dumbo rides. And I was thinking of doing like one of those like biplane rides, you know?
Sorry, this is actually okay once it's been cooked.
It's good.
So I was thinking of doing one of those
Please eat it.
biplane rides. However, to make it more exciting, I was thinking of putting like a real right radial engine in them. So instead of being pushed around by a motor, it's actually pulled by an airplane engine. So it's like, 120, 140 decibels, and it's moving about 130 miles an hour.
So when it starts up, it's like...
No, well, yeah.
Oh, my God.
What's wrong with that?
Oh,
it's
nothing.
Exciting. It's different.
Don't worry. Anywhere is like, oh, you're going to Adventure Town. Well, you can't go there without paying for your hearing protection. Everyone's walking around with ear pros on, but probably not just from that one ride.
I'd have a real shooting gallery.
Yeah,
I'd have a real shooting gallery.
Yeah.
I'd bring
44 Magnums.
No, I would have a shooting gallery. I'd bring back what were called gallery guns back in the day. They're like 22 short, and it's just a primer, and they're designed to shoot tiny little balls, but they're real guns. So you bring back stuff like that, and you show people how guys used to sit around and smoke cigars and shoot in the gallery.
Yeah, would your park change it from, smoking areas to just cigar areas so the guys, the cigarettes aren't allowed over there?
Yeah, no, I would say you're only allowed to smoke if you have a top hat, white gloves, and a cigar.
Or if you have one of those long things for your cigarette.
Yeah, no, I would say classy smoking only. I don't have a problem with people who smoke in public if they're cool about it.
Or if your cigarettes come in a fancy case.
Yeah.
Fortress 2 Spy.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Is like you have to look pretty cool to smoke in public, I think. Otherwise, you're gonna have to give it up.
What would be your haunted house?
My haunted house is the same joke I've made since the beginning, which is Bill Cosby's Tickle Dungeon. But what I would honestly do is because that's what I always name it, and I know that's like tasteless, but I also make it a joke is about the kind of social awareness, how everyone was like, no, it's fine. It's like, no, if someone's done this like hundreds of times and has like 80 people coming forward, it's obviously been hidden for a long time, and it's not okay. So I always try to make fun of shit that pisses me off rather than get mad. But if I was going to make an actual haunted house, I would make it to where you think it's a haunted house and you go into it, and in the back is a slaughterhouse, and you see them how like sausage is made, and it's a one-way mirror, so they can't see you. But I pay the people in the slaughterhouse to act extra cheerful and dance to the music that's playing. So I would choose really happy, cheerful music like oompa loompa, but they're all like sawing, horses and whatever apart and cooking it and stuff.
They would do shit like, they would have their like thumbs going like this at the audience, like.
Yeah, exactly.
And the audience are like this, and they're like, "Oh, okay." And then the thing, like, it spins upward and then stabs the cow into the ceiling.
Oh God! No, I wouldn't make it cruel. What I would do is I would just.
Sorry, my slaughterhouse is a little weird. You have to. It's got the little cartoon gloves to pick the cows up and all that stuff.
No, I'm not talking a Dr. Seuss slaughterhouse where all the animals are made of like pre-cooked meat.
Oh, you were trying to put like a real. I was trying to give it like a fun Disney twist to it.
This is the Andy Kaufman idea.
Okay.
This is an Andy Kaufman idea, and this is why I'm saying this. I don't like cruelty toward anything, but
neither do I.
Here's the idea: is they go in and it says haunted house, and they get in the little car they can't get out of, right? And they go through, and the first tunnel is the haunted house, as the spooky music and as the ghosts and the stuff. And then they turn and go into a dark tunnel, and there's like a skeleton like, ah, ha, 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 ha. And then it's a slaughterhouse for no reason. For no reason at all. And when you get out and there's a gift shop, it says, welcome to the slaughterhouse tour.
And then they all feel...
And they're like, what?
What happened?
Yeah.
It's another part of the park entirely.
Yeah.
Someone in chat said, the Happy Plague Doctor said a very boomer humor joke that I nonetheless found funny. Haunted house, just add wife.
Wow.
I hate my wife.
Mike in the Meat Factory.
The guys who say they hate their wives, I think it's because they long ago realized that they're boring.
Slow smoke Lorax.
Yeah. Like that meme of guys hating their wives, I think is always so funny because if you marry someone, shouldn't you just try to love them more? Now that you have like a committed future and a joint bank account, shouldn't you work harder? Because you're more fucked if you everything to gain there, literally.
It's from exaggerating like when you're having trouble with your wife.
I know, but it comes out of that 1950s humor where like the guy would come home and be like, well, I pegged my woman twice, time to go to sleep. And she's like, I worked, what?
This bar called Mocan is like a Rice Krispie, but with like chocolate inlaid and mixed with cherries like on the
muesli.
bottom.
It's a muesli bar.
Muesli.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Is it compressed muesli?
Yes.
Okay.
I've never had one of these before.
A muesli bar with chocolate. That's nice.
Really fucking good. Oh my God.
Hey, you want to hear another boomer joke?
Mm-hmm. Let's go for it.
All right. This is an old one. What's O.J. Simpson's password for his computer?
I don't know.
Enter // / escape.
That's an oldie.
Yeah, I know. I don't know where that came from.
Chat, but I'm shaking my
head. Like my eyes could remember it in an email chain.
Yeah, that's where I saw that one.
Visually,
that reminds me of those old email chain jokes where
I was in them.
I love those because usually trapped like flies in amber. You would see people's comments in those email chains that were stuck because people didn't understand how email went. So they don't realize if you reply or whatever, it gets stuck in that chain. So you could read through those and you'd occasionally see people's messages like, I hate this. Please never message me again. And it's in the middle of this chain.
And then the joke goes on again.
Yes. Oh my God. No, that's the thing is humor is so precious a resource, but I hate to see people doing it badly.
So, this toothpaste, what do I do with it?
You're supposed to put it in your mouth and eat it.
No, you're supposed to put it...
Brush your teeth vigorously, both sides.
What is it? Is it caulk? What is it?
It's bathtub caulk. Every infantryman gets a pint of bathtub
That's why
caulk.
the Russians are so strong. They just take their little tube of caulk, man.
Yeah, it's condensed milk.
Condensed milk.
That'd be
Put it on something that's sweet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I wonder what we could put it on.
Like the bit of chocolate you got still.
Oh. How'd you know I have a bit of chocolate?
Because that's your bit of chocolate. I'm not going to eat that.
Uh-huh.
To the right.
Oh, the other one.
Or you could do the muesli bar too.
Here's the tiny little bit of chocolate. And here is me applying a special kind of toothpaste.
It's not the coon paste.
Oh God, don't say that.
Don't say that.
Because yeah, let's not think about that. That's yeah. It's condensed milk. That's what I'm going to be thinking when I put it in my mouth.
It's condensed milk.
You're welcome.
This is condensed milk, nothing else. I'm going to put this in my mouth and think of nothing else
at least
ever.
It's not salty.
Oh, God. Okay. Mmm.
So creamy.
It's
And
very
rich.
good. It's very rich.
Yeah, well, it's condensed milk is just like instant sugar to anything. So if you put it in your tea, it becomes very sweet.
Mecha say things that I hated. Viver says undo.
Yeah, Dave. That's Dave. He's awesome. Control Z, undo.
Don't worry about it.
Mm.
I bet if you mix the milk with buckwheat, you get a cereal. Thank you, Steel XL. Let's go ahead and try that.
Ugh.
Why is that? What?
If you mix the milk with buckwheat, you'd get cereal. That's what Steel said.
You can mix it with I still wouldn't mix it with buckwheat at all.
Oh, you mean mix it a little bit with this guy?
No!
Yeah, look at that.
No!
I just want a little bit of condensed milk with my
Grandma!
with my
Oh my God. Mike, no. Jesus Christ.
I like my cum sauce with extra meat.
It tastes like a
seeds.
it tastes like a meaty toaster strudel.
So that's what that is.
It tastes like a toaster strudel surprise bologna inside.
Oh my God.
Condensed milk is not on the keto. It's pure sugar, dude.
It's pure sugar.
Brazilians will fucking will turn that into all kinds of fucking sweet shit, and it's horrible.
That is horrible, Mike, that you just did that. That is so fucking cursed.
All right, I'm gonna get my watermelon flavored wet naps.
Okay. No.
Is this wet? These have to be wet naps. Okay, why would you put like a flavor?
It's probably just the scent, dude. Not
watermelon
flavor.
scent.
Yeah.
What do watermelons smell like?
Watermelon.
What the fuck? I've been making watermelon.
I don't just go sniffing watermelon, man.
Fucking kidding me?
Yeah, just some nice little tissues.
Mike, literally with putting.
Someone says, and suddenly we're at the chocolate fondue station at the corral.
That's the problem. Is we always end up there. We're animals.
Yeah, it smells like antibacterial soap. It doesn't smell like watermelon.
Oh,
let me see.
Yeah.
No, it's got watermelon scent.
Oh, okay. I'll take your word for it. I don't really.
It's just very faint.
You have COVID.
Oh yeah, they give us our own COVID test right here.
It's not a Dutch oven. It's a COVID test.
Oh my God.
So my guess is the reason that condensed milk is such a big deal in the Eastern Bloc is because it's a little bit harder to come by sugar cane.
Yeah.
So but you can do sugar beets there, and you can use
it does
that
not
to
taste like watermelon.
condensed milk, and that also helps.
Did you put that in your mouth?
I tasted a little bit.
No, don't do that.
Mike, don't eat napkins.
I wasn't eating it. I licked it a little bit.
That condensed milk down. Do not put that in your mouth, Mike.
I am not putting anything in my mouth. I'm just testing the viscosity on the napkin right there.
It was a mistake to come here.
No.
There's nothing wrong with it. See, it's just a little bit of condensed milk on this napkin that I am just going to take a little one.
He just licked with it.
I'm so glad that's not on camera.
Oh no!
Look at chat.
Specifically
Twitch.
Tastes a lot like the sink. Anyway.
Why do you know what the sink tastes like?
No question.
No question.
No question. Sex, are you okay?
Give me the cum sauce.
Yeah, where's the lid for it?
I am having some hard time processing the reality of right now. I have retreated in where my eyes cannot see you. I'm just gonna stay over here for a minute. This is a bit much.
It's tasty. Yeah, go find the lid. Okay, cool. That's pretty much it. We're not going to eat the pâtés because we already know what they taste like, and they're really good. Very thick, nice, rich taste. And the other one the same, pretty much.
I would like to add a motion to commemorate this cursed moment.
What did I do?
In history.
All I did was taste a little bit of the tasty watermelon paper that came with this.
It's not watermelon paper.
Look at it. It's got watermelon on it.
It's not watermelon paper, Mike.
You don't want to eat.
You can't eat napkins.
You're telling
Mike.
me that you didn't look at a bottle of Fabuloso with those fresh fruit on there and didn't think, man, I kind of want to taste it now.
I actually have done that. I actually have walked by the Fabuloso and been like, that looks like that's delicious.
It does. Should be called Delicioso. And then you put the bottles right next to each other.
See, that sounds like a BPL thing to do. They're like, someone got sick drinking your floor. Well, that's called Fabulous. It's completely different. It's floor stuff.
Yeah,
it's not soda at all.
Oh, yeah, we have another brand called Delicioso, which is
same smells, same colors, everything. The same icon. The soda you can drink and clean with. That is so horrible. But I want to commemorate this with one. Let's get some upvotes so we can break the algorithm. Some more people can see Mike eat a napkin. Two, I would like to commemorate this moment as the birth of Cursed Mike, because Mike and I were talking before this, and we were talking about the two-dimensionality of people seeing your lives through a keyhole and not really understanding who you are. And that's why we must be aware of parasocial relationships. And so Mike said he got, kind of tired about the Clevelander stuff. And I could get that because Mike is not two-dimensional. So at this moment, I would like to commemorate the birth of what I would like to call the Cursed Mike era, where we all realize that Mike is not only a cursed man, but a man who is untouched by his cursed actions.
I'm not cursed.
Mike, you are an agent of chaos.
Look,
and
a little bit of that condensed milk out on our table.
Mike,
I just need to get a bit of that.
It's cursed Mike. See, No. You keep doing it.
It tastes like the incense.
No.
That was on the table.
Mike, that's the incense. You shouldn't eat that.
I'm not eating anything.
Mike, you put it in your mouth and you can taste it. And
I can't.
I'm hurting inside.
No, it's just a little bit, okay? I got sick days.
I can't come into work. Why? I ate some stuff I shouldn't. Oh, did you eat some bad food?
He's like,
no,
did you get the old English again?
Got some napkin in me,
Yeah. Anyway, we pretty much bombed everything on here. I can't really, unless you want to see anything on the floor. Nope, that's it.
A splash of cum.
I think this was okay. I will say, all this stuff was fantastic, and the mixing of the what is it called? This stuff?
Fluff.
Goat. What's this stuff called?
Buckwheat.
Oh, the
Buckwheat.
Buckwheat.
I think the buckwheat mixed with the meat was the best choice. And if you ever need somebody to make a human fluid look real on film, this is the one to do it.
Do you think they could use that for a money shot? You wouldn't be able to tell the difference?
I don't want to be the channel that does that, because that would be
You'd have to come up with a good method of delivery.
But yeah, somebody
it's
on
people break out when you put sugar on their skin. That would be bad.
Porn creators out there,
oh no,
go out there and make the comparison on Pornhub. All right, just go out there and make the comparison. Show us.
No, don't send that to us, please.
Don't send it to.
Don't send it to us. Just do it in silence. Just do it.
Too late. It looks like we got fucked on that.
Listen,
some people are gonna send that to us.
That's not going to be the only people fucked on that, Mike.
No.
So no, listen. Here's my normal approach. Here's my normal approach to most people's shit. I don't care what you do. I don't care what you're into. Just do it in silence. Don't tell me about it. That's typically what it is.
Do it in silence.
Do it in silence.
Then tell them about it.
Yeah, no, I don't want to know.
Okay.
It's like the guy who wrote the giant erotic fan fiction with Randolph B. Checkers about like 6-7 years ago, and he put it into the library in Space Station 13. It's apparently out there. I've only read half of it. It's actually quite long, and it's pretty well detailed and has some good narrative bits. So sometimes you just stumble into some weird stuff. Yeah, you stumble into some weird stuff out there on the internet.
I'm not going to chug I can't actually have too much of this, too much sugar.
No, but you could put that in the fridge, and that would be nice for tea or whatever later. And some of that stuff will keep pretty nice, I'm sure.
I think it will.
The lusty mustachioed QM.
Oh, yeah, that's the name of the thing?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
All right. Well, anyway, that's all I've got. This is all we have. This is the eat the stuff that came in a box stream.
Eat the stuff that came in a box from Eastern Europe. The stream.
Yeah, if you know where this box came from, look at the beginning of the stream. If you know where it came from and you want it, go for it. I'd say it's a solid, especially if you're just going out like camping or something.
Someone was saying it was Belarus. I'm inclined to agree because I don't recognize a lot of the words that I thought I should.
Let me say this. It's for a ration, for as much food as in there, shit. I mean, that's worth a buy, because a lot of rations will be like $60, $70 to get another country's ration. And you open it up, and it's like one meal. If that was competitively priced, that big of food, you and your friends could sit down and have a ration tasting and have good fun and talk about it. Like, that would be a really neat sort of thing to do. So while COVID is still out there and you guys have your vaccines, if you guys want to get together and do a ration tasting and everyone's, perfectly safe about it, I think that would be a fun thing for you guys to do with friends and connect. Get a weird ration. Do a ration tasting.
Those are always fun, unless you get something.
The date idea. Yes, we'll do a ration tasting.
You do not want to get laid with a gut full of MRE. I think a lot of people have been there, and they will agree with me.
No,
I'm going to have to disagree, actually.
You're like,
and it was an American MRE, too.
Well, that's because the American MREs
it's because you're goat. You're like, I have eaten fistful of matter. Time for fuck. Then nap.
Yes.
Oh, God. Anyway, that was good. Thank you very much. We'll be back again on Friday for whatever me and Naresar are supposed to still be doing on Adventure Stream, because we beat Mission Critical.
You know what you should do?
What? We still got Quest for Glory.
You should play one of the old SimCities, like SimCity 2000. I would love to watch you play that, just because it's so random. It's like, oh, the school has exploded, and you're like,
I love my SimCity 4. That's the one I play occasionally, and I haven't played 2000 in like a long time. But I think we're gonna try to pick up Quest for Glory if we can. But if not, I think that would be kind of fun. Anyway, this has been the Courtesy Flush. Thank you very much for this fine evening of meals, and the Philharmonic are back. I didn't do anything, guys. Hey,
let me out.
Wait, we're just. Are you turning us down? What?